If you guys want to be in with a chance of winning a huge host of prizes in my Christmas giveaway, including FIFA points, coins, and even a football shirt of your choice, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Hey guys, we're here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some players that you need to buy before it's too late in order to make yourself loads and loads of coins come the release of the Futmas promo, which should start on December the 14th. We're going to have daily SBCs for around 10 or 11 days, all of which will require high rated gold cards and also a variety of different special cards as well. And if you guys invest in the players that I show you in this video, I guarantee that you'll make yourself thousands and thousands of coins. So if you guys do enjoy the video, if you do, don't forget to leave a like on it. Let's try and smash 200, that'd be much appreciated. Also, if you guys are new on here, don't forget to subscribe. And without further ado, let's go on into it. So some of you guys may remember a couple of weeks ago I did do a video on Futmas. I went into more depth on the actual promo itself and what you guys could expect throughout the month of December on Ultimate Team, but I didn't really cover investments that much, and I feel that in this video here I can do a much better job of that, as there are certain cards above others that I feel have the chance to go up by tens of thousands of coins and make you guys huge amounts of profit. And the best thing about them is they're currently around discard price, and I'll be talking about that in just a moment. I also did a video, I think 2 or 3 days ago now, doing a prediction of some of the potential cards we could see during the Futmas promo. If you guys want to check that out, there'll be a card in the top right corner and a link down below in the description. But watch that after you've watched this video here, because these cards here, you need to pick them up. So first of all, we've got high rated gold cards. These are really safe investments. You guys will probably know all about this. You can get these on Thursday mornings when we have FUT Champion and Division Rival rewards around 8 to 9 AM UK time. Is a good time to snipe these cards or maybe bid on them. Just look for cards from popular leagues and nations and you're good to go. I'd also recommend looking on FUTBin. I'll leave a link down below in the description if I remember. If not, you can just type it in. And they actually have a feature that shows the cheapest players for specific ratings, so you guys can go and just stock up on a load of very cheap 83s, 84s, 85s, and you can get some 82s as well, especially 82 rated fullbacks. These are really good investments. These three here are probably the best: Bender, Trippier and Kolarov, just because there aren't that many high rated fullbacks, especially from good leagues and nations. These guys here always go up to like 5 or 6k when you have certain SBCs that require high rating and that have fullbacks, and you can get these cards for as low as about 2k whenever we have a lot of packs released. So these are some really safe investments down here. You've also got high rated gold cards, so above the 84s, 85s, those kind of cards that you can get for a few thousand coins. You've got 86s, 87s cards that are going for about 15 to 25k, and then you've got 88s and even 89s, people like Isco, Higuain, those really high rated cards. They're good for when you have very elite kind of marquee SBCs throughout the promo during Futmas, which is something in the past we've always had like a handful, maybe like 3 or 4 big SBCs that require like an 86 or 87 rating. In the past we've had ones for people like Aubameyang. This year I think there are some pretty big players we could have, maybe someone like Edinson Cavani, Fernandinho, a few players. As I said, you guys should probably check out my kind of prediction video where I covered a few cards we could possibly see. I think there were 30 in total, and I think probably at least kind of maybe 30-40% of those cards will probably get a Futmas card during the promo, and those higher rated cards do require these high rated golds here, so they always go up a lot in price, and right now are pretty cheap. But the main investments here that are really safe are special cards, and the ones that stand out above all others for me are ones to watch cards and Ultimate Scream cards, especially Ultimate Screams. We've yet to see any SBCs requiring them this year, and in all the previous FIFAs you've needed Ultimate Scream cards. Typically what you'll see during Futmas is a lot of SBCs that have like an 82, maybe 83 rating and require 1 or 2 special cards. They may be informs, they may be Champions League cards, they may be ones to watches, they may be Ultimate Scream cards, but in the past we've always had at least 1 or 2 that do require these cards. Currently they're pretty much discard price. You've got the likes of Kalu, you've got Abdul Rahman, you've got Ochoa, and you've got Denea. I think they're the 3 main discard price ones. You've also got Tyrone Mains, who I think is quite cheap, and I've invested probably in about 20 of those cards. Just bid on them for about 10 or 11k. Store them on your transfer list, transfer targets, or in your club, and you're good to go, because they're pretty much discard price. They can only rise because they're never going to be in packs again, and they'll just gradually get rarer as there's no more supply being put onto the market. And if you guys have SBCs that require them, they're not the most common cards. They were only available for a week or so, so they are fairly rare, and you'll see these go up to like 25, 30, maybe even 40k, depending on how good the player is, depending on the demand. You guys can see these players go up by 2 or 3 times what they currently sell it for, and make you guys so many coins. So these are some really good investments, and the same with ones to watches. You've got a lot of discard price cards, people like Golovin, Smolov, Dembele as well. Just a few examples. I mean, you can get them for about 10 or 11k on the whole, and I expect you'll probably require cards like this for at least a couple of the Futmas SBCs. Informs are also really safe. I guarantee you will need these for a lot of the different SBCs we have during the promo. A lot of discard price informs. You guys will probably know I do investment videos every week on the best cards to invest in from each team of the week, and there are always a handful of discard price cards. If you see a card for about 10 or 11k, always pick them up. We've also got the Champions League live cards. I'm not sure why his face hasn't loaded in, but you can get these cards fairly cheaply. You've got Farman, Tagliafico, and I've forgotten his name. I think Philip, the striker from Borussia Dortmund. They're just a few of the cheaper cards. Not 100% sure whether you will require these, but there's always a chance, and you can't really go wrong picking a handful up. And then also you've got Champions League cards, just the kind of 81s, 82s, 83s that are quite cheap. You can get a lot of 82s for like 2 or 3k. You've got 84s, maybe about 5 or 6. They're pretty safe investments. And the good thing with these, and also with gold cards, is that we're most likely going to have a team of the group stage promo starting around the same time as Futmas. Obviously, the final games in the Champions League, I think, are in around a week and a half's time, so that coincides with the beginning of the Futmas promo. It should be on December the 14th, as I said. So if that does happen, we're probably going to have guaranteed team of the group stage SBCs. We may also have some Champions League SBCs for the pink Champions League items, and we may also have like Champions League upgrade SBCs too. So these types of Champions League cards are ideal. Potentially these ones here as well, the live items could be good, and then also any high rated goals. The high rated goal cards are just no risk at all. They're such safe investments. They're cheap right now, and there's a huge number of different SBCs that we're going to have over the next month or so that will require them. So very safe investments there. Ultimate Screams and Ones to Watches are very good investments. I think they can go up so much, and currently discard price, there's no risk at all with these. These are some of the best investments. Just stock up on loads and loads of them. I'll show you guys my transfer list and transfer targets in a bit. I've got a ton of these cards. Same with Informs, really safe. And then you've got the higher rated gold cards that you guys can pick up too, and then these high rated fullbacks. Just try and get these types of cards whenever you have a lot of patch release. So that's typically going to be Thursdays in the morning, and also after the weekend league sell off, especially with some of the higher rated cards on Mondays and Sundays when people sell their weekend league teams. So all of these are very good safe investments. You guys can put pretty much as many coins as you want into these, and you will reap a lot of profit from it, especially if you go down the very low risk guaranteed profit route of investing in people like Smoloff and Kalu, or just any ones to watch and Ultimate Scream cards. They're such good investments, and they can go up probably by like 10 or 20k depending on how many of these types of cards are required in the SBCs. But I think we will need at least 1 or 2 in a couple of the SBCs we have during the promo, and you guys can obviously sell these cards in the hype as well. I've seen Ultimate Screams gradually rising. I think Dene is now about 14k, and he was 11k last week. You can still bid on the cards though and get them for about like 11 to 12. That's what I've been doing recently. Always recommend bidding on these cards as they are fairly rare. But really good investments. I'm going to show you guys some of the ones I've picked up so far on my transfer list. So I've got a load of discard price informs right here. Literally like, what, 2-3 pages of discard price informs from just good leagues and nations really. Always good safe options there. And then as you guys can see, we've got a lot of Ultimate Scream cards picked up for around 11 to 12k. We've got some Champions League cards that I'm bidding on as well. Just won an Abdul Rahman there for quite a good price. That Denayer actually went for only 11,750 coins, which is very cheap. And I'm still winning a couple of cards, so we'll put another bid there. But I'd recommend just bidding on loads of these cards and just trying to get them as cheaply as possible, really. I find around 11.5 to 12k is the kind of price you can get these cards for very easily. And I'm just going to keep on doing this and just stock up. I'll probably put about 500k into Ultimate Scream cards, get loads and loads of them. And I can't really lose out. Like, if you don't require these for any of the Futmas SBCs, then nothing's really going to happen to their prices, because they're still really rare cards and they're already going for pretty much discard price. They can't drop down much more. And if these are required, I guarantee they will go up to at least kind of 20k or so, especially the ones from good leagues and good nations. I think Dene is a really good one, given the fact he's Belgian, so you can link him to lots of high-rated Belgian players like Alderweireld, Company, and Vertonghen if it's like a really high-rated SBC. People like Courtois even as well for super high-rated guys, Dembele as well, and then obviously loads of Liga options. You've got Lopez, who you can link straight into him as an 83-rated card. Dani Alves, Kimpembe, Marquinhos. So many good options. So Dene is probably the best, I'd say, out of these Ultimate Scream cards. Let's quickly check Tyrone Mains' price too, and I'll also show you guys a few cards here. I do have A couple more on my transfer list. I've got some ones to watches. I've got lots of other ones to watches in my club too. These are a few of the Champions League cards I've been trading with recently. But let's quickly check some like Tyrone Mains' price. I think he is fairly cheap, or at least he used to be. These cards are gradually rising the hype now. I know Ampadu now is like 18k or so. Looks like Tyrone Mains is around a similar price. You could try and snipe him, maybe get him for like 16, maybe 15k or so. But as an English Premier League Ultimate Scream card, he is a very, very safe investment here. If you get a card like this, I guarantee that if there are SBCs requiring Ultimate Scream cards, he'll probably go to like 30k or so. So you make a load of coins on him. So yeah, you could just try and bid on these cards, try and snipe them. Very, very simple. I think Ethan Ampadu as well is around a similar kind of price. And again, playing in the Premier League is always good right here. He is a slightly lower rated card, but yeah, you guys can see he's going for about 18k or so. Again, a very, very safe investment. Playing for Chelsea, you've got so many high rated players to link into him. David Luiz, Jorginho, Alonso, like Rudiger. I mean, I can't even think. There's Kepa as well. There's so many high-rated players for Chelsea. They're one of the best clubs in terms of high-rated cards for SBC. So Ampadu is a very, very nice example here. Kalu as well, who I already showed you guys, is cheap. If you guys just go and look on Futbin, you can filter to Ultimate Screen cards and find the cheapest. And you'll get loads of good investments. I mean, look at this. Kalu is a really nice one because he's 80 rated. He's a lot higher rated than the likes of Abdul Rahman, Ampadu, Mains, all those players. And he plays in the Bundesliga, so you've got so many good high rated options in this league, especially in the midfield and in defence as well. And just pretty much everywhere. Like, you've got Jonathan Tah, you've got Toprak, you've got Sula, loads and loads of high rated goalkeepers. You've got people like Tolisso in the midfield, Coman. There's so many good high-rated players in the Bundesliga, so I think he's another really good one for that. You guys get the idea. I think the main cards you want to focus on are Ultimate Screams and also the ones to watches, and then the high-rated gold cards too. Very, very safe investments. I guarantee these will make you a lot of coins. Just make sure you get them as soon as possible before they start rising up in hype, before the Futmas promo starts. And also, you can kill two birds with one stone because you've also got the chance of having the Champions League SBCs and even the team of the group stage SBCs too. So much coming out in the near future on Ultimate Team, and if you guys prepare, you can make a lot of coins. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it. If you want to be entered into the Christmas giveaway, well, I'm going to be giving away coins, beef points, and also some football shirts, maybe even like some football boots. I'm not sure. There's still loads of other things that if you guys like can think of something that I should maybe give away, I could give away like Battlefield 5 or something. Comment down below because I want to give back like lots of different things to different people throughout this giveaway, because it's like obviously Christmas, the season for giving, all that good stuff there. But yeah, if you want to be entered, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.